Hi guys, welcome to another video on my channel. Sitting in front of you is Mampula and we are back with another episode from the Lawyer Corner. I've been getting your DMs, I've been seeing them, and I just figured that the first few videos that I make when I get monetized will be the Lawyer Corner. So that is the big news. I got monetized about 3 days ago. So happy, so thankful. This journey just started with me taking random videos. Then I thought that maybe let me take some lawyer content for students because I saw the gap in the profession. So now I'm monetized and my videos are basically now really, really valuable. I know most of you have sent me inboxes and it makes my heart so warm when someone says, I'm going for an interview tomorrow. I just stumbled upon your videos and I feel more confident in going to the interview. So this really, really makes me happy. So why not? So before we get into the video, do click on the subscribe button. If you are not subscribed, please click on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we drop a video. And do follow me on my social media platform. I am Mapula_Sethosa absolutely everywhere. Alright then, let's get into the video. So today's video is the things I wish I knew before getting into my LLB degree or doing law. I mentioned 10 of them and yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first one is developing a healthy lifestyle. I started with this one mainly because October is Mental Health Month. And let me tell you something about a lot of people who are in the profession who really don't want to be in the profession rather, is that it starts affecting you mentally if your lifestyle is not balanced. If you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you will suffer from what we call a burnout. And you can even experience burnout when you are still in varsity, where you are just studying and not having breaks in between, and not like going to visit family or just having like leisure time and just having alone time, maybe going for a movie because you're just overthinking. I remember I used to have a burnout and I didn't realize that this is a burnout, is that you'll study from the beginning, but then when you get to the last week you get sick. I remember I used to get so sick, I used to get so overwhelmed, so anxious. You'll just think that, I'm going to varsity and then I'm just going to study and then write exams, but you need to maintain a healthy lifestyle. All right, let's go into point number 2, establishing a strong support system. I think when you establish a strong support system is because you know what you're getting yourself into. Because if you know what you're getting yourself into, you can tell the people around you that I'm going to need your support, because the legal journey is a very tough one. It's a very long one if you're going to become an attorney, because there's so many stages that you need to go through. If you're going to become an advocate, there's going to be a point where if you're doing your pupillage, you're not getting paid for doing pupillage. You need a really strong support system where the people around you or your support system knows the end goal and they will not give you any pressure. I know there is black tax. I am not trying to shy away from that, but sometimes it also affects someone in the profession because their support system don't actually know what they are going through. People just think, oh, you got admitted, or oh, you got your LLB degree, now you're going to start making a lot of money. That is not the case. The next one is that law school or doing your LLB is a tough journey, guys. Let me tell you, it's tough. It is, for me personally, it was tough. It was tough. I went to school for 4 years, right? And I did my articles for a year, and I did my law school for 6 months, and then my board exams took a while, guys. My board exams took a while. It felt like someone in the universe does not want me to become an attorney because of the hurdles that I had to go through. I remember at some point I wrote the exams and some of them I failed them. I got oral for another one. And then the following year, the ones that I knew that I passed, obviously, I'm like, I'm not going to write them. Then I start with my application to become an admitted attorney. Then the Law Society tells me that there's one exam that you didn't write, that you failed. I was like, what do you mean? I literally cried my eyes out because here I am trying to doing my application and getting ready, and then they tell me, no, you have one more exam to go. I nearly died. Okay, And I realized that, this journey is a tough journey. It's not only tough when you get to that point, but also in university, guys. It is tough. You are going to be one of the students in your university who's going to have to live in the library, also maintaining a healthy lifestyle, but you are going to need to live in the library, because with law, guys, like I'm saying, you can, I think with every subject, you cannot get enough studying in. So just prepare yourself for a tough journey. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy, and people expect so much from you. Like, oh, it is not easy doing law. But if you know that you really love the profession and you want to become a lawyer, or you want to become an attorney or an advocate, you will go through it and you will enjoy it as much as you can. The next one is that your degree may become very irrelevant in the workplace. The reason why I'm saying this is because I remember we had a Zoom meeting recently with an insurance company for professionals, where they asked us, do you feel like your degree prepared you for your profession? And there were about 8 of us in that Zoom meeting, and only one person said yes. And it wasn't even with regard to the degree itself, but it was with regard to university preparing you for life. So basically all of us had said, no, it did not prepare us enough. Theory part, where you get to know procedures, yeah, it helps you here and there to know certain things, but physically working in the workspace, it really doesn't help. I'm not going to lie to you, it really doesn't help. It's like, even if you want to become a corporate lawyer, they didn't expose you enough. The thing is, you touch on everything, so there's no way where you'll be prepared for work life. And hence I'm going to go into the second, in the fifth point, is that working in a law firm before applying to university. Not when you're in first year or when you're in second year, but when you are there, do it. I'm saying that you should apply to work in a law firm as a paralegal. You know what I mean? Because attending law school and practicing law are two entirely different things, like I've mentioned, and it doesn't teach you how it's going to be in practice. So I'm just saying that if you're in grade 12 or if you're in grade 11 and you have an idea of wanting to become a lawyer, I would suggest that you approach a law firm as young as you are and say that I want to help out. I don't mind not getting paid, because when you're paving the way for your future. And then you see the day-to-day running of a law firm and become a paralegal and see if is this actually what you want to do. There's nothing more, I don't know, like disappointing than getting into a profession and starting to get depressed because it's not what you actually thought it was, and now you have to do it because now you have to impress parents. You are a lawyer and it's supposed to be fancy, but when at home you're the one suffering and suffocating from this profession. The next one, number 6, is enhancing your reading and writing skills. I mentioned this in all my videos. Yeah, Lawyer Corner. Reading and writing skills, guys. Obviously, the way you write in school and the way you're going to write at work is two totally different things. But if you have mastered your writing skills, eliciting information that is important, reading to understand, let me tell you, you are on your way to being a good attorney. I asked one of my friends, Faith, who's also in this profession, and I said, what is the one thing that you wish you had known? And she's like, I wish I had known that we never stop reading, we never stop learning, we are always reading. She said we never stop reading because our profession is based around society and the society's behavior, and the society is constantly changing, so the law needs to constantly change to encumber what is happening in the society. So reading skills and writing skills, top tier. The 7th one is that your studying style can either make you or break you. Let me tell you, I'm saying this because we as students have a habit of cramming things, passing and forgetting, right? And then you think, okay, Mapula said a lot of things in varsity are not going to help me in in work, and then you start cramming and passing and forgetting, and then when you get there, and then when you get to your interview, and then they ask you the procedure of a provisional sentence summons, what is it, and you don't know it because you forgot it, because you crammed it. Guys, you need to get study tips. If you are doing your LLB, I would suggest that you get someone from your final year, someone from your third year, or even someone from your second year, who you feel is someone who is doing well in their classes. Or get your tutor, because there are mentors who actually mentor you, and ask them what is the best study method. Obviously we are all different and we all grasp information differently, but if you have mastered the way you study and the way you understand your work, it will show in your work, and it will also help you in life when you have to study for your exams, when you do your masters, or when you're doing your board exams, or even when you have to prepare for a presentation or have to prepare for court, because you have studied and researched and you have understood the work that you are doing. The next one is that the school textbooks is not enough study material. This goes hand in hand with your studying method being to your detriment. Guys, they will provide you with a study book, not a study book, a textbook. The lecturer will tell you this is the recommended material that you need to buy for this lecture. You cannot solely depend on that textbook alone. Yes, law textbooks are expensive, but people sell their textbooks. Some people make copies and sell them, so you will be able to get access to information. But I feel like textbooks will help you with tactical questions, but with your essay questions, when you need to write, elaborate, and explain, your textbook does not have enough information. You need to go to the law library and get your law journals and read to understand, get your case law and understand your case law. And one tip that I want to give you guys is that when I was in varsity, we loved getting case summaries. It was the best thing. If you could find a case summary on a case, you would be so happy that, oh, this case is about 1 2 3 4 5, the judgment was 1 2 3. I would advise you, don't do that, because it will be very detrimental, because there are certain things that are not in the case summary. Yes, the facts of a case are not the most important thing in a case. They are there to just give you what the legal area is about. Then they're gonna go in, and then when you just read the summary and you don't have enough information as to how did the judge get to this, how did the judge get to this, why did this matter move from the High Court to the Constitutional Court, those are things that are mostly not in a summary of a case. So I would advise that if you are asked to read a case, read it and understand it. Number 9 is that make and keep your friends in varsity and in law school. A big one, a big one. Why? Because these people are going to be your colleagues when you get to it. And another beneficial thing that happened for me, or that I saw, that keeping my friends close to me when I started working, is that some of them started working before me. So, oh my gosh. For me, it really helped me to keep my friends close, because some of them were working before I was. So, like in my other videos, when I say you need to impress your bosses, right? In that, when they ask you to do something, don't just be ready to say, I don't know it or I don't understand it. Call your friends. I used to call my friend Nappy and Faith also, because they were working before me, and I was like, guys, they say that I must do this and this and this. What must I do? I'm going to court. I don't know what to do. 1 2 3. They're like, no, you have to do this and this. That is a big tip. Keep them close. Also for documents. I mean, when they say draft a summons, road accident fund, and you ask your friend to send you the precedent, and then they send you even more things. They'll send you notice of intentions. They'll send you a whole lot of documents. You save them on your PC, work PC, and whatever. And when you need to do something, you just refer to them, or you just call a friend, right? That will also help you. The next thing is that you'll never stop learning and reading. I think I already touched on this one. You're always learning, you're always reading. This is something Faith talked about when I spoke to her. Another thing, I don't know if I'm on number 10, number 9, or number 11, but this is the last thing. If you are a person who is not very talkative in your nature, you are a bit of an introvert, and you are being told that, oh man, you need to be loud to be an attorney, that myth is as incorrect as the myth that you need to study history in high school to do LLB. That is very far from the truth. I have found that a lot of people are more confident than other people, right? I was a person who would never speak in class unless I was asked, I was called out by the teacher to give an answer. I would never, and sometimes I knew the answer, but I just wouldn't want to raise my hand, you know? I'm just one of those people. Just because someone talks a lot in class does not mean that they are smarter than you, does not mean that they will do better than you. You don't have to be like super loud. I mean, as an attorney, you're not always talking. You're going to have to go to meetings where you have to shut up and listen to clients. You're going to have to go to court and shut up and listen to the magistrate and shut up and listen to your opponent. How will you learn? How will you be able to grasp? How will you be able to fight back if you do not hear what the other person is saying? So those are just the few things that I wanted to share with you guys that I wish I knew when choosing to get into this profession. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the lawyer corner. Do subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please watch the ads because thank you, Miley. Thank you, Miley. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye.